Currently, we are at the Federal Center here in downtown Washington, just a few meters away from the White House. And I can tell you that security has been beefed up in this area. Behind me, what you can see is a pro-Israeli protest. Well, it was something that was organized prior to the former Hamas leader calling for what he calls a day of rage against Israelis now. And that's why the security has been beefed up, not only within this area, but other parts of the city as well. I will speak right now with David Walkenfeld, who is a rabbi of one of the local congregations here in the Washington, D.C. area. Thank you so much for joining us. I first of all want to get your reaction to a call for pro-Palestinian protests in D.C. and how safe or unsafe do you feel as an Israeli within the district?
Yeah, so everyone has a right to protest, and Palestinians, of course, and their supporters have a right to protest. That's a very important right. But any call that's organized by Hamas is a cause of great concern. This is a terrorist organization whose violence without limits has been demonstrated on the world stage just days ago. And so anyone responding to their call for any type of activism, any type of gathering is very, very frightening and very disturbing, really horrific. And so people are frightened that there's any reaction, any receptivity here around the world to the cause of a terrorist leader to organize.
So finally, just make us understand what is the situation within the local Jewish community around not only DC, but Northern Virginia and Maryland, schools, your synagogues. How is the feeling like, and do people feel secured enough?
So there's always added fear whenever there's added violence in the Middle East. There are people who want to take out their anger on Israel against local Jews who live near them. And that's always a concern. That's always a fear. And for years now, every Jewish organization has tried to invest resources and attention and money in making sure our buildings, our community resources are secure. When times are extra tense, there's added security. And thankfully, the local law enforcement and local political leadership has really reached out in care and concern, and there's added police patrols of Jewish buildings and Jewish schools. Despite that, people are nervous and people are anxious. But really, I think most of our concern, most of our focus right now is on behalf of our brothers and sisters in Israel, they're the ones who are really in danger. They're the ones who really suffered, and that's why there are thousands gathered here, really just to show our love, to show our support and our solidarity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Vincent. So that's David Walkenfeld. He is one of the rabbi of the local congregation. Earlier on, I spoke to the president of the Jewish Federation community here in D.C., who said that they are unperturbed about, remarks for people to protest for Palestine across the world. I also need you to know that as we speak now, we haven't seen any protests at all for the Palestinian side in D.C., Vincent.
Yeah. So, Ignatius, in terms of the sense of concern around it. I mean, we are seeing people milling around, but at the same time, there's this concern that there could be some form of attack. What are they saying? What do people feel like in Washington, D.C.?
Well, they do feel unnerved and on the edge. And as you also widely heard from David, there's a lot of fear and tension because historically, any time that there have been, such fracas between Hamas and Israel, they tend to be at the receiving end, even when they do not live in the country as we speak. So for them, it brings back, the fear of what again is going to happen, especially as the former Hamas leader has called on people to, not only protest, but a sort of stand with the Palestinians.
Okay. Now, camera may not be picking up everything there, but do you see presence of security officials, police all around?
I absolutely can. And Anthony, if you can just come with me shortly, you would see that just a few feet away right there would be some security detail. One, they are trying to protect those who are holding vigil in support of Israelis. And two, to forestall any untold occurrence at all.